you're trying to say.
Let me tell you guys something that I've just realized that you probably don't know.
Can't wait.
Do you know why rhyme is so intuitively knowledgeable about all this stuff? Because it's not that he just had some experiences and now knows all this stuff. It's intuitive. He said it's families, generations of
psychics and stuff.
Yeah. But you know what really focuses vision? He has 6 all this stuff. It's intuitive. He said,
close your eyes. Close your eyes and get away from everybody. That's the thing is sometimes people will do psychedelics in a social context. That's one way to do it, but really sometimes there's so much noise around you, you can't hear what, it's really trying to say.
Let me tell you guys something that I've just realized that you probably don't know.
Can't wait.
Do you know why rhyme is so intuitively knowledgeable about all this stuff? Because it's not that he just had some experiences and now knows all this stuff. It's intuitive. He said it's families, generations of
psychics and stuff.
Yeah. But you know what really focuses vision? Focuses his vision?
Tell me, bro.
He has 6 eyes. You see what I'm saying? So he can see stuff in dimensions that you can't see. You're looking through 2, bro.
I'm such a fucking loser.
Well, in Iowa,
you don't have to feel bad. You can access the other remaining 4. You can learn to access.
I got 20/20, man. I'm good, man. Shit.
Does the penis hole count as an eye?
If so, Dave loves sucking.
And by the way, what I love.
Shout out to Giz.
My favorite part is rhyme taught me like what is called a throw up. It's like it's your tag. It's not your tag. It's you're writing in bubble letters. It's a throw up, and then you can fill it in. And there's multiple.
Yeah, the other day I taught him how to do graffiti.
It was awesome. And then
we were getting Reiki master sessions in between graffiti lessons.
Yeah, it was crazy night.
And that dude Andre 3000 showed up and played the piano.
It was fucking awesome.
Yeah. I heard the story already.
I was like, this is fucking great. And then I have this door where I put everybody's stickers and little art things, and I wanted Andre to contribute there. And he's like, yeah, and he said he's so humble and he's so sweet.
He was wearing Oshkosh Bajosh overalls.
Just a regular dude, and he's just
such a good story.
We're just hanging out. And then he goes, yo, man, where do you want that? I'm like, anywhere, man. And he goes, Andre 3000, like, takes the rest of the bottom of the door. And I was like, fuck yeah, man. That guy's bold. That's what I want. It's fucking real.
He's written before. He's gone painting with Dax on tour. They would go painting.
I was stoked about it.
Todd had a song. You want to hear that song you guys were talking about? Aren't you playing something?
Oh, yeah. This, yeah.
Okay, let me set this up. This is
okay. This is at my house.
No, that we didn't put that together yet. But this is night 1 of 3 in Mexico that I was down doing ayahuasca ceremonies.
Let's. Oh my God, we should listen to this for a few minutes. Right, we have some time, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go smoke a cigarette and I'm gonna experience nature.
Yo, why don't we walk to the car? I'll get you the rest of those chocolates.
Yeah, I'm gonna go experience
he
nature.
He definitely needs more. That's for sure.
I got it.
It's
I know
good
what to do.
because this track is 2 hours and 42 minutes long.
And
we'll be back
never
next
come
week.
back.
All right. So we'll night one in ayahuasca ceremony, Mexico.
All right, we'll be right back. Frank, you can relate.
Smooth. That right there, that smooth transition right there was Frank at the console.
Wait a minute. In Frank's defense, he was waiting for everyone to stop talking. He was trying to make it smooth. So, right, Frank?
Why don't we take two? Why don't we take 2 on it? Why don't we put the music back up and take 2?
Yeah. Do it again. Frank,
take 2.
People definitely want more of this.
You know how I
With
like
respect.
it. I like the smooth talking over the music as it's
Sliding
going on.
nice and slow.
All right, places, please. And
oh God!
Well,
stop.
The truth is that we can
play-
use this, correct?
yeah, all right, places.
You and me are the same, brother.
Dave, please man up.
Places and
All right, so let him fade out.
Yeah. I remember that exact melody
Mm-hmm.
when I was coming out of the ceremony.
Juan Carlos.
That guy, because that's the music that tethers you to the plane of existence that we're on now. So when you get too far out in your journey, you can listen for the sounds of the shaman. They'll bring you back. Find comfort and safety and go, oh yeah. And then you'll let go again.
Hold on. I got a text from my cousin, who's the cop,
Yeah.
my cousin Dave.
Yeah.
He goes, so I tuned into Dark Matter for the first time in a while. No idea what I'm listening to.
Remember that exactly.
He's written before. He's gone. He's gone painting with Dax
I know.
on tour. They would go painting.
I was stoked about it.
Todd had a song. You want to hear that song you guys were talking about? Aren't you playing something?
Oh yeah. This, yeah.
Okay, let me set this up. This is
Okay, this is at my house?
No, that we didn't put that together yet. But this is night 1 of 3 in Mexico that I was down doing ayahuasca ceremonies.
Let's
Night
listen.
1
Let's.
from Planche.
Oh my God, we should listen to this for a few minutes. Right, we have some time, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go smoke a cigarette and I'm gonna experience nature.
Yo, why don't we walk to the car? I'll get you the rest of those chocolates.
Yeah, I'm gonna go experience
He
nature.
definitely needs more. That's for sure.
I got it. I
It's
know what
good
to do.
because this track
He's
is
connecting
2
me.
hours and 42 minutes
well,
long.
and
we'll be
We'll
back
never
next
come
week.
back.
All right, so
we'll be right back.
night one in ayahuasca ceremony, Mexico.
All right, we'll be right back. Frank, you can relate.
Smooth. That right there, that smooth transition right there was Frank at the console.
Wait a minute. In
What?
Frank's defense, he was waiting for everyone to stop talking. He was trying to make it smooth. So, right, Frank?
Why don't we
Thank
take
you.
two? Why don't we take 2 on it? Why don't we put the music back up
Yeah,
and
yeah,
take 2?
yeah. Do it again. Frank,
Yeah,
you
take
gotta
two.
do another show.
People definitely want more of this.
You know how I
With
like
respect.
it. I like
With
the
respect.
smooth
Yeah.
talking over the music as it's
Sliding
going
nice and slow.
All right, places, please. And
Oh, God.
Well,
Stop
The
it.
truth is
All right,
that
all
we
right,
can
play-
use this, correct?
yeah, all right,
on. You and
places,
me are the same, brother.
Dave, please man up.
places, and
All right, so let them fade out.
Yeah. I remember that exact melody
mm-hmm.
when I was coming out of the ceremony.
Juan Carlos.
That guy, because that's the music that tethers you to the plane of existence that we're on now. So when you get too far out in your journey, you can listen for the sounds of the shaman. They'll bring you back. Find comfort and safety and go, oh yeah. And then you'll let go again.
Hold on. I got a text from my cousin, who's the cop,
Yeah.
my cousin Dave.
Yeah.
He goes, so I tuned into Dark Matter for the first time in a while. No idea what I'm listening to.
Well, that
Well,
was
Dave.
more than music. That was a technology.
Those were
Dave,
dear friends
man,
of ours.
Bro, you're on this journey with us. Like,
No,
Dave,
those
you're-
were dear friends of ours that
I'm aware, I know.
actually performing this music
But-
with no...
Think about the humor of someone tuning in to hear us talk about dicks and balls,
Yeah.
and they hear that.
Well, we don't talk about them when
Sometimes
we have...
you gotta put your PP away, bro, and listen.
I will never put my PB away, sir.
No, he won't. But even when Dr. Drew's in here, we talk about dicks and balls. He's right.
That's right.
Yeah.
So, speaking of dicks and balls,
forget where you came
I went
from,
to
Navarro.
check this out. Wait a minute.
Here's
wait a
my
minute.
dick and balls.
Where's my fucking bag? Will you grab it? I can't walk away, host.
This strain is called.
On this journey with us, like,
No,
Dave,
those
you're-
were dear friends of ours that
I'm aware, I know.
actually performing this music
But-
with no...
think about the humor of someone tuning in to hear us talk about dicks and balls,
Yeah.
and they hear that.
Well, we don't talk about them when we
Sometimes
have...
you gotta put your PP away, bro, and listen.
I will
Listen.
never put my PB away, sir.
No, he won't. But even when Dr. Drew's in here, we talk about dicks and balls. He's right.
That's right.
Yeah.
So, speaking of dicks and balls,
forget where you came
I went
from,
to
Navarro.
check this out. Wait a minute.
Here's
wait a
my
minute.
dick and balls.
Where's my fucking bag? Will you grab it? That's out there. I can't walk away. I host the show.
You walked out.
I got a nice little curve.
Yo, Dave, you gotta put your pee away, bro, and listen.
I will never put my pee away, sir.
No, he won't. But even when Dr. Drew's in here, we talk about dicks and balls. He's right.
That's right.
Yeah.
So speaking of dicks and balls,
Don't forget where you came
I went
from,
to
Navarro.
check this out. Wait a minute.
Here's my dick and balls.
Where's my fucking bag? Will you grab it? That's out there. I'm sorry. I can't walk away. I host the show.
You walked out interviews before, dude.
No.
Well,
Of
why
me.
Why don't you eat more? So this strain is called Penis Envy Texas.
Oh, I should take a lot of this then, right?
Oh god.
No. Come here.
I really envy.
We have work to do still.
Everything's bigger in Texas. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? I'll tell you guys the truth.
Yeah.
I'm not complaining.
Hey.
I got a nice little curve.
Yo, Dave.
Gets right to the spot. You know what I mean?
Child, give me the plug, will you?
Ate 2 more of these?
Yeah, eat 2 more. I'll eat 2 more too.
Oh my god, we're gonna go fucking moon.
Go to the moon.
No, it's like, you know what it's like? It's like when you're out in the ocean and like an undertow kind of pulls you out.
Mm-hmm.
You just gotta go along for the ride, bro.
Until you drown.
You got to body
No,
surf
kidding.
it.
But the problem here,
current will take you back.
Ryan, the problem here is this is my job. It's going down we're losing listeners now.
Well, let's see what the let's see what our
go to the
listeners.
phone.
Yeah.
Like an undertow kind of pulls you out.
Mm-hmm.
You just gotta go along for the ride, bro.
Until you drown.
You got to body
No,
surf
kidding.
it.
But the problem here,
current will take you back.
Ryan, the problem here is this is my job. It's going down we're losing listeners now.
Well, let's see what the let's see what our
go to the
listeners.
phone.
Yeah, let's see what our
Let's go to
listeners
the
have to
phone.
say about it. 323-230. No, not
Okay,
yet.
sit down, buddy.
But let me give the number out.
Listeners now.
Well, let's see what the let's see what our
go to the
listeners.
phone.
Yeah, let's see what our
Let's go to
listeners
the
have to
phone.
say about it. 323-230. No, not
Okay,
yet.
sit down,
But
buddy.
let me give the number out. Calm down, relax. You're one with the microphone.
You're safe with us. Sit down.
I'm seeing lights. That's all I'm seeing. You
Let's
tell
call
me
it-
those aren't lit up.
Not quite calls. Yeah.
Let's call it control board.
Let me give out the number.
Can I get water?
Yeah. 323-230-4445. That's 323-230-4445 if you want to call it.
Later, dudes.
Yeah, no, they're gone. So if you want to talk to any of us right now,
Let's just make this a rare form show. Let's start it right now.
we should just rerun this tomorrow.
Well, no, this is a good experience to have. This is a good experience to have
For you.
me, because I do a lot of work in the psychedelic studies area, right? And I know from personal experience and trying a lot of different things that this can be done safely and this can be done really dangerously wrong. And if it's done really dangerously wrong, it can have traumatic side effects that last forever.
I love when you talk soft.
Yeah.
You're talking soft.
Looks like we got a call here. I know you. Hello, who's this?
Hey, what's going on, guys? Dave, what exactly are you on?
Who is this? What? Who is this?
It was the guy who got a vasectomy earlier today.
Well, now you're hearing me. You're double. Now you're second guessing
What
your
he's
choice.
saying, what he's saying is you are a different man now than you were
Yeah.
at the beginning of the show.
Right, and what he's saying is that had he met this guy, he wouldn't have even had this vasectomy to begin with.
Dude.
You took God's
I'm
gift
I'm
of
just curious. I'm not judging. I'm just curious.
spreading seed of love to this earth. That was what you were put here to do, and provide love for others to learn and grow from. And you selfishly decided to take that away from the world.
Officially.
Nah, he retired.
Like who knows if
By the
this
way,
could have been the
you
next
answered my
Stephen
question.
Hawking could have been born, but wow, no, I've got too many kids, I can't afford it. Oh, it's a lot of
Well,
work.
I've done it too. So
It's
is
a
that
lot
the way
of work.
you feel about me?
No, I'm just fucking around.
I know.
I'm going down rabbit holes. No, dude, we are. I am here with American artist Rhyme, who I am honored to call a friend of mine, and we are on psychedelic mushrooms.
I am from America.
It's American artist.
Yeah, why not?
Jackson Pollock is American artist.
Yeah, I'm an American
You know what I mean?
artist.
But you
But
don't
why
see-
can't he just be an artist and not an American artist?
Yeah, I don't see.
Think about it.
I was trying no shoes on. I said, call me an American artist.
We have another call, Frank?
But,
Oh, never mind.
but check this out.
And in June, I'm gonna be living in France.
Right, but check it out. That's fucking some heavy shit right there. Jackson, American artist, great American artist like Jackson Pollock.
Heartbeat of America, brother.
That's right. And then you got another one, Rhyme.
We have a question for Rhyme.
Okay.
You want to hear it?
Yeah.
All right.
Hi guys. I think my question for your guest tonight, it will be like if graffiti has the same meaning for him in these days than 15 years ago when he started. And also, why does he think graffiti is worth it? I mean, I know it's worth it. Personally, I love it. But it will be nice to hear the point of view of someone who has been doing it for years. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Well, graffiti came into my life at 12. And at that moment, I was taken away from living with my family, and there were some issues going on in my home, and I was looking for something. So I, had to fill a void, and I found graffiti. I started writing graffiti there in an effort to sort of figure out who I am. And I think that a lot of us as teens, we're trying to sort of fall into some shoes that are, different from being a kid or being a shadow of our parents.
I think that what you're talking about is what I identify with the early beginnings of Jane's addiction when we were teenagers on the street, begging to play places, making flyers and handing them out to people, like, cutting pictures out. Back then we had to go to a Xerox place and cut out, get 100 made, and hopefully people will come to your show. And living on the streets, really hard life. And also there was a lot of fear of, getting fucked with, because it wasn't, the later it got and the more dangerous it became. And then we also were part of that drug culture, which is we didn't want to get arrested. And we didn't be in the wrong part of town and blah, blah, blah. But it was all worth it for our art and our craft and the thing that we believed in most, And so when you talk about this 50-year-old guy who's now all of a sudden throwing pictures up all over the place, it's taking me back to that excitement of being just like an anonymous face. Like, everybody knows that it's me, whatever. I'm not trying to like hide some brand, but it's like to just take my own self identity out of the process and just have another name that is not Dave Navarro associated, that I can escape from, and for 5 minutes, that's what I miss. And that's where and having been such a prolific collector for all these years, and everything from, Picasso, been such that excitement of being just like an anonymous face. Like, everybody knows that it's me, whatever. I'm not trying to like hide some brand, but it's like to just take my own self identity out of the process and just have another name that is not Dave Navarro associated, that I can escape from, and for 5 minutes, that's what I miss. And that's where and having been such a prolific collector for all these years, and everything, identity out of the blah, 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 but it was all worth it for our art and our craft and the thing that we believed in most, And so when you talk about this 50-year-old guy who's now all of a sudden throwing pictures up all over the place, it's taking me back to that excitement of being just like an anonymous face. Like, everybody knows that it's me, whatever. I'm not trying to like hide some brand, but it's like to just take my own self identity out of the process and just have another name that is not Dave Navarro associated, that I can escape from, and for 5 minutes, that's what I miss. And that's where and having been such a prolific collector for all these years, and everything from, Picasso to Richard Hamilton, Warhol, Basquiat, you name it. And some of the great pioneers of street art. And for me, Robbie Canal was that guy. Who, when I was a kid, I was like, whoa, here's a guy who's saying a voice of dissent, and he's putting it out on the street. How can he get away with that? And then my mom tells me, well, he's just putting that up. It's not legal. I was like, wow, people can do that, just put their voices up. And it was really profoundly got me interested in politics because I wanted to know what he meant by that. And then profoundly got me into the street expression.
To clarify, Robbie Canal's an artist who used to do Reagan.
That's right.
He used to draw images of Reagan that were pretty.
Yeah, and he would really take on, like, you know, pretty intense issues. And just a hero.
I think we have a call. Hello, you're on Dark Matter. Who's this?
Hey Dave. Dark Matter. How's it going?
It's going good. Who's this?
This is David as well. I was that guy who moved up to Washington to work on a farm from LA.
Oh, yeah. How's it going?
Good. I hope you're enjoying your mushroom trip. I have a question for you about songwriting.
Yeah.
So, when you like write a new song and you're riffing on things, how do you solidify like this is the way I want to play it and structure that within a song?
It's really interesting you asked me that question because just the other day I got an art lesson from Ryan, and he was talking about just letting go and following the movement and the stroke and not forcing it to happen, but just allowing it to happen because it's already in you. And I think that that's what music is. You know, if you're like, oh, this and today I'm gonna, you know what I mean? It's just let it. What I always do, and why it's so taxing for me, and why I'm pulling back from the music industry is because we're burying our souls, and we're up against a family of dynamics that have shifting dysfunctions, and we're putting it out in the world, and it doesn't work anymore, and it gets judged, and it's heartbreaking. And so what I'm saying to you is that if you're putting everything you love into your music, your songs will write themselves, and you'll be fulfilled regardless. If you have some kind of perception of what you want to be, you can have that goal, but let go of that being the reason. The reason is because it's in you. The reason is because you have to.
You're saying you can't have expectations of how it's going to come out, basically, or what
I'm saying that's what my experience is, that I let it flow, and then then a subject and the melody and the structure comes along afterwards. Mm-hmm. But I start with just I feel this way, and I'm playing.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think you should know yourself. If you don't know who the hell you are, how are you going to express that? And if you have nothing to go on, you should just be traveling. Yeah. Just get the fuck out of where you're at. If you're not inspired, get the fuck out.
We have another question for you. This kind of goes off what you just said, if you want to hear that.
Yeah.
Cool.
What up, motherfuckers?
Mm-hmm.
It's Neil from Scotland. Question for Dave. Looking at a lot of his social media activity, he obviously spends a lot of time in the art world now. Do you feel more comfortable in the art world than the music world now? And do you see yourself drifting more towards that as time goes on, or do you think at some stage you'll move back in releasing albums and studio time and serious touring again? Loving the work, guys. Cheers.
That's a really intense question.
Not usually.
You know what I mean?
Did you get past the Irish accent?
But you're asking the question that has been the question that I've been asking myself for a long time. Do I still want to be a visible figure in entertainment?
The answer can change, but what is it right now? What like at this moment?
Right now, I'm grateful for everything I've had and everything that have led to what I've got and the people I know, but I'm just not. It's just in this society right now. It's just like, if they can't see me, they can't shoot. You know what I mean? I don't like the environment right now. I want to change it. I want to change the messaging out there because we all got it wrong. It's not about anger. It's about what's anger? It's fear. You know what I mean? So they're afraid of it's either fear and division or love and acceptance. And I'm going with love and acceptance. And as I said this, the room turned baby blue, which is as you know, I would even go for maybe a seafoam green.
Fear is a really big one, man.
Oh yeah, because
I think we spend our lives trying to figure out ways to shed fear. Fear is rooted in everything that we do.
But I don't think it's always bad, though.
No, it's not. Good. It's a good instinct to have.
Anger can be good sometimes.
If fear is a great instinct to have, it keeps you from putting your hand back on the stove. It teaches you that things are dangerous, and it keeps you, safe. And that's what we have it there fundamentally for, as bipedal creatures on this earth. But when you throw in human emotion and social structures like we have now, which are all man-made, and nothing natural about it, right? We're not really meant to fucking interact with that and have our heads held down, looking at a phone all day. We're supposed to interact with each other. And so if we can see the human child within each person and treat each person with that heart, that's the answer, man. Then, it's like, let's, and I still want to bring my November 8th day back.
No hate.
With Moby. The No Hate Day, which is
I heard that episode.
Yeah, like just fucking, let's just try it. Just see what would your life be like if you just didn't spend a lot of energy hating Jewish people today.
What do you mean?
Slow down a little bit.
Not you. I'm just saying, like, if there is an anti-Semite, for instance,
right.
Whatever your thing is, right? Whatever, if it's racism, if it's religious, differences, whatever, tolerance in general. So why don't you just suspend being intolerant for a day and just feel what that does to your life? Do you have more time? Do you have less to do? Do you feel lighter? Because you have a choice of what you felt yesterday, or you have a choice of what you felt today, but they're still going to be doing their thing.
I was going to say, the hate and the anger is only affecting you.
Right. So it's an inside job. It's not about division and pointing fingers. Yeah. It's inside.
We have a couple.
Dave Navarro out. Mic drop.
Let's go to the phones.
I love that this is like, and I'm going to go into how ahead of their time the Beatles were after this.
I think you should listen back to the show tomorrow.
I'm not worried. I never will. It's not
you
going
are
up.
On Dark Matter. Who's this? Next call, friend. Hey, you're on Dark Matter. Who's this?
This is Dr. Dak.
Yeah!
Dr. D!
What up, motherfucker?
I'm calling from the ATO!
Shit. Out here in Atlanta, Georgia, fucking getting my shit together.
Dude, well, you guys, while you're doing that, you're being broadcast to the world, in fact.
On the wide web.
One of the miracles of technology that actually is worthwhile.
Yes, indeed. I feel like I'm broadcasting to the world every day now.
Hey, what you got to say about doing ceremony in Dave's house, doing ayahuasca in Dave's house? What did you learn?
Man, I learned a lot. Hanging with Dave, I actually had some sort of insight into kind of what I feel like my future within myself could be like. I've seen a lot of overlap between some of his behavior and the way
nice,
I behave as well.
That's really nice, man.
But overall, I was just talking about how, besides how profoundly beautiful these experiences are and how rare it is to even be able to do something like this, no matter who you are, the places we've been doing these ceremonies in, whether it be a tea house in France on the River Seine or in the jungles of Sac Bay, Mexico, on sacred land with these UFO ship houses and temples, and then next Dave Navarro's house.
We've had some fun, man.
Huh?
We've had some fun in these places doing these things.
These places are sacred, and I feel like they become more sacred, and it was ever so apparent when Dave repeated quite a few times that we had cleared the air in there and we had lightened up everything, and 100%. I had already felt all that without him saying anything, but the fact that he lives there and that's his house, and he also said it and noticed it, it was 100,000% real.
Yeah.
And we're out here shifting and rearranging energy with even in spaces. And that's why when you called and said that I'm being broadcasted to the world and the universe, I truly feel like the frequency I'm rolling on, that I'm constantly broadcasting anyway. The fact that, Andre 3000 had just called and was in Venice at the same time. And there's so many of these things you can call coincidences or whatever, but they're just energies like connecting almost like magnets.
Mm-hmm.
It's happening, and it's ever so apparent. And it might seem really unreal to most, but it's my reality.
Yeah, Dax, my only thing is that I just want to make sure we're not, there's an element to this of safety and precaution that I just want to make sure, like a kid listening isn't going to go on the internet and just download some fucking, oh, this looks good, this is what they're talking about, this is going to fix me forever. Like, this is the beginning, the welcoming to a journey for the rest of your life.
Definitely.
Well,
the journey is not even half over. I've definitely just got started, and I've been stripped down and broken down within this journey as well. But after going to Mexico, I was able to get on a high frequency again. But the high frequency is very hard to stay on, and it's very hard to maintain your stance within it. And sometimes when you're in it, you're so comfortable, you feel like you can't get knocked off of it. But something as simple as coming back to Atlanta and sitting in traffic with somebody road raging can take me right down into a low frequency. So I have to protect my frequency and my spot on it. And that's something I haven't even come close to figuring out or mastering. But
I feel like that's something that you should listen to in particular, Dan.
Sorry, what? Say it again, Dax.
I was talking
Dax, you should
a spot on a high frequency. You get into a good place.
He's gonna relate.
I'm not talking about winning off a scratch-off ticket. I'm talking about a higher frequency where you're literally floating and you're so comfortable in your skin. Like I've found a comfort in my skin being on this frequency, and also how people react to me. But how easily I come home, I come out the jungle and even hang out in Tulum or go to New York for a little while with Joe, and I get back to Atlanta, I get back to my normal life. And I get into something as simple as just like, oh, I'm going to go drive around and go see everybody. And next thing you know, someone's freaking out and screaming at me in traffic. And I instantly go back to the muscle memory of like wanting to reach in my coin jar and throw all my pennies at her.
I always want to do that.
And then I notice that even afterwards, I don't do it. I'll roll my window up, but then I'm now once again dealing with choking up my pride, which I thought I had shed. But
I'm comfortable at that frequency.
But by the way,
you just have to learn to love it.
D, by the way, you should know that Joe and I did the synchronized watch mushroom drop prior to the show.
Oh yeah, I get. Me and Dave ate the mushroom chocolates.
Yeah, so are these from you? Is these from Dax?
No, these are from me.
Oh,
made with love.
Oh, thank you.
Hey, but you know what? What Dax is talking about? What
He knows Willy Wonka, man.
That's right, baby. What Dax is talking about is the ultimate lesson of it. It's not so much about like having like a trippy visual experience or something. It's about sort of confronting and letting go of some stuff that no longer serves you and figuring out a new way of being. To not when you move something heavy out of you, you have to learn to develop positive ways to fill that void.
And I think just being also aware of the fact that stuff comes up for him, and he's instantly aware that it's happening, that he's changing anyways.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Yeah. So Dax is, that's why you work on yourself. It's about what you do after you do these things. Dax and I are currently we've been so far. We've done ceremonies, like he said, in outside of Paris, down in Central America and Mexico. I guess it's technically North America. We've been down in Mexico, then over here at Dave's. We're going to be going back to New York, doing it again, and then going down to Peru. You should come down to Peru with us, bro.
I have to work.
You're fucking rich, man. Just fucking get your shit together and go.
You can work from Peru.
Not Link Master, I can't.
Well, do it when you're not busy.
Our next challenge is in Peru.
Yeah. We're going to go with some old school Peruvian style.
You have 5 hours or until these mushrooms wear off.
Yeah,
Once Paramount hears this show, there will be no next season. Dave, you have plenty of free time coming up. Don't worry about it.
Just give them, you know what you do? You give them a machete, and then you send them off into the jungle, and then they got to go get some bamboo and make a hand poking instrument. And whoever makes the dopest tattoo in that time.
That's right. That's a brilliant idea.
And then while they're doing that, we're doing ceremony.
I'm in.
We have a question. Another question.
Where's the most interesting place you guys have ever done graffiti?
Sometimes the most interesting place is not really the most known place. I really enjoyed painting some graffiti when I was down in the catacombs in Paris. Just walking down there and and seeing like some of the placards that'll say like 1748, and then you'll see another placard that'll say 1862 or something like that, and that
you'll see another placard that says "Suck my dick."
Yeah,
Rhyme.
you'll see. Shout out to Gibbs. No, but being
in the medieval times, this is where these guys used to suck each other off.
Oh my god,
sacred place.
Sometimes the dopest places to do graffiti, you don't even want to do graffiti there.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And I guess what was the question?
The dopest place he ever wrote graffiti was on top of my shit.
That's right. Goddamn
and it
right.
led to us doing ayahuasca in your living room, bro.
Thank you everyone for listening to our last show ever.
Is it really that bad?
No.
I think
it's insane.
Riveting.
It's gone to an insane place, but it's hilarious.
That I wish.
It's good. Good conversation.
I wish you could be. I wish you
could be a mockingbird.
I wish you could have been in part of the show that I just got.
I live the way that you feel. I'm always feeling great. You know that.
I know.
I was born this way.
It's fucking weird.
Well, I gotta say, Dan doesn't suffer from trauma. Like,
no,
weirdo.
I have trauma, but I just mow right past it.
No, but let's uncover some of that right now.
I don't need to. I'm good.
I know about some stuff. You want to get into it? Want to get into it?
If you need to.
I don't need to. I'm here. I'm offering you an opportunity.
No, I appreciate it. I'm good. I'm good. I'm solid.
I'm not.
You are a solid dude.
Yeah, thank you. Todd needs some help.
Todd is a solid dude, man. He's the best father to any 2 kids I've ever seen in my life. He does everything for them. Consistency is what's going to make those kids.
Lola's fucking texting me right now, and I'm like, why are you still up?
Well, let me FaceTime her on.
No. She's got to go to sleep.
I don't care. I'm on shrooms. Let's FaceTime your dog.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
You know what? I'll say this, Dave. Since it's a moment, I'll say that you're a real stand-up guy, man. That like you came in humbly to my studio and you took it seriously and apologized like a man. And what I said to him is, I said, a lot of people throw "I'm sorry" around, and for each individual person, it carries a different currency, And the analogy I gave is, I was down in Jamaica. And this Rastafari dude came up to me while I was eating, and he wanted me to buy like a stick of his weed. And I was like, all right, man, what do you want for it? He's like, oh, give me $200 for it. I'm like, okay, you want $200 for this? He's like, yeah, 200 Jamaican. And I said, all right, cool. You know what? You're a good guy. Here. I gave him 200 Jamaican. And it was just this more weed than I could ever use. And then I looked up on my phone what 200 Jamaican is. And it came out to $1.52 American.
Good deal.
That it's a good deal. But the thing is 200 Jamaican is worth this, and 200 US is worth that. And with Dave, I told him ultimately that his sorry should be backed by something. And if he did want to show remorse,
and I said, what can I do to make it better? What can I
we
do to
did,
make it up?
And what I'm saying is, we did that. You had me and a bunch of my friends in your living room, healing ourselves and getting to know ourselves, and in the process getting to know you.
Yeah.
You left your door unlocked. We all took our shoes off, and we treated it like it was our own home, and we had a good time. And I have a lot of respect for you, bro.
Yeah, likewise. I'm really glad that you came into my life.
Yeah.
This is we got a phone call?
Yes, we do.
All right, cool. Let's do it.
Hey, you're on Dark Matter. Who's this?
Dallas Bolin from Eatonville, Washington.
Okay.
Hi, Dallas.
What can we do for you?
Hey. I don't know. I just got off work, so I hadn't been able to tune in. I don't know what you guys are talking about tonight. Actually, my first time calling, but I've been listening to you guys for a while.
Let me give you a hand. We can handle any question that you have.
Unless it's for Dave.
All right. Do you actually listen to Burzum, or are you just joking around with that?
No, I'm not joking. I'm not joking around about it. I actually have a deep... You want to bring up the Norwegian black death metal thing now? I actually have a deep respect and passion, as fucked up as this sounds, and I know I'm not backing any actions that were taken by any of these.
No, I'm the same way.
You know what I mean?
Music, but
here's what I'm saying is, I can identify with being that dedicated to my craft and my culture, and having my own little tribe that is that dedicated to it as well. And that's that's how Jane's Addiction started. And we started as a little movement that was our own, and it grew out of Hollywood. And so to watch that scene in another time, in another era, transform is really kind of magical and interesting to me. And I actually did a painting of Dead, who is Hell from Morbid and Mayhem, and I just recently did that. And so it's coming from just like an appreciation for the dedication to something creative, and that they're getting something out of. And so, I'll rock Burzum all day long, man.
Yeah, it was a product of that time that people think that. I keep hearing this thing like, make black metal dangerous again. It's like, okay, that time is over. Like, I love, the guy's politics are fucked. I love Burzum's music and other certain bands of that genre. But it's like, that was another time that can't be recreated. And people, for some reason, think that they can keep that thing going. It's like, well, we can keep appreciating it, but no, it's done as far as that first wave goes.
Yeah, and I'm with you, man. All right, brother, thanks for the call.
All right, bye.
Take it easy. All right, we wrapping it up?
That's it, yeah. We're out of time.
Out of time, that ran like a flew by so fast. You guys want to spend some time on the porch and just hang out for a few minutes?
I have to go to work.
What?
No, yo, I'm down to hang out, bro.
Yeah, we're hanging.
Let's eat the rest of the thing and let's go do something.
We're going to do that. What?
I'm back into the construction tonight.
No, you're not.
Yeah, I'm going from here to work.
You just got off to a ministry and now you're going to go build houses?
It's a little bit about, it's called being a fucking man. Look it up, dude.
Really?
Yeah. I'm going to work. I would love to hang and experience the ground. And
but I'll bet you there's so many things laying around at that site.
Yo, Dave, let's get those cans and let's go do that spot that I was telling you.
But if he's got some construction site.
It's a finished, it's not that kind of place.
Can we paint it?
No.
Oh. Okay.
We'll go with you.
I'm going home. I got to go to sleep or something.
All right. Good night, everybody.
No, Ryan, thank you for coming in. That was great to have you.
Yes.
Ryan, hey, let me put my Instagram.
Yeah, Ryan, do all that stuff.
I'll take care of you. I got you.
You know how to say those words?
No, I don't. Go for it. What are your plugs?
RhymeMSK.com. Rhyme_MSK on Instagram. I'm going to be living in France, making a show for the next year. I'm an artist. I make paintings and shit. And I'm also traveling the world with my boy Dax and Swinsky, and maybe sometimes my boy Giz and shit. And we're making a documentary right now of our experience.
I will pop in when I can.
You should go upstate with us. Let's go on this fucking thing upstate.
We're going to do the Cosm thing. And
maybe we'll get a fucking camper van and just go on a psychedelic adventure, road trip.
I'm Mr. Camper Van.
No, let's get a camper van and go on a psychedelic adventure, bro.
I'm ready to go.
Peace.
Wheel out of LA.
Thank you very much, Ryan. We'll be back next week.